You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6.
World leaders arriving in Quebec this morning for the G7 summit. They'll discuss the issues, but also face plenty of protesters.
And if you're in need of legal advice, but you just can't afford it right now, Armada Spence is going to tell you about a free legal consultation that's available today here on the Suncoast. And the race is on for some high school students in Manatee County, with the finish line taking them all the way to Singapore. We have those stories and your weekend forecast. Good Morning Suncoast starts right now.
We have made it to Friday. Good morning, folks. 6 o'clock. I'm Ray Collins.
And I'm Stephanie Webb. I feel like we've won a race of our own.
Exactly.
We made it to Friday. In today for John Scalzi is the fabulous Wendy Ross.
Good morning. What a great way to start the morning to hear things like that. We are looking at some cloudy weather in some places around the Suncoast now, and for the most part, no rain. The showers came in during the overnight time period, and so we'll see that scenario developing a little bit later on again tonight. But right now, we started to see some rain showers developing well off the coastline, but they are expected to be moving onshore throughout the morning hours. So by around 9-10 o'clock this morning, we could see some rain, especially around Manatee County and points north. That's what we're expecting for the morning. Right now, we're looking at temperatures in the 70s, low 70s, so things have really cooled off as a result of the rains from last night. Bradenton starting to see a few more clouds, and you'll be getting the rains as they come on through. So we'll see some periods of rain throughout the morning hours, but we are most likely to see the showers developing much later this afternoon, beginning at around 3 o'clock. Right?
Thank you, Wendy. Checking first alert traffic right now. Some congestion on either side of 301 on State Road 70, mostly westbound. Otherwise clear in Manatee County. Checking farther south now. Here's the map in northern Sarasota County. Lots of red there. First off, way out there by St. Armand's Circle. As you head out in that direction, there's some early congestion there. Your eye might go also to Clark Road in the westbound lane from Beneva toward Swift, and also east of the interstate in the eastbound lane. And then checking our final map for the south, we'll find out there's not much to speak of. One little blip there at the bypass 41 as you head into Venice. World leaders are arriving in Canada today for the annual G7 summit. Leaders from Japan, Canada, France, Germany, Great Britain, the U.S., and Italy will all be in attendance. This is the leader of Japan arriving right there. Some of the expected topics include climate change, global trade concerns, and also gender equality. The meetings take place today and tomorrow in Quebec.
New this morning, the White House is launching a multi-million-dollar ad campaign to fight opioid abuse among teens. Now, the goal there is to spark some conversations about opioid abuse and how it's really hitting families hard across the country. Now, the crisis currently kills an average of 116 people every day here in the country. Now, in his first year in office, President Trump established a commission on the epidemic. First Lady Melania Trump also included the issue in her Be Best initiative.
In today's Health Smart, a topic that hits close to home for many, losing a loved one to suicide. This in the wake of designer Kate Spade's death this week. A new report by the CDC now says the top 3 rising causes of death in this country include Alzheimer's, drug overdoses, and suicide. In today's Health Smart, Reed Binion breaks down the myths of what drives people to take their own lives.
A sobering report just released by the Centers for Disease Control. Suicide rates are rising all across the U.S. In 2016, nearly 45,000 people ages 10 or older committed suicide in America, making it the 10th leading cause of death in the country. While not every state saw a sharp increase in suicide rates, and only Nevada saw a slight decrease, the number of people turning to suicide rose more than 30% in half of the U.S. since 1999. Many people think that those driven to suicide must suffer from a mental illness or that a specific event or trauma pushed them to it. But in fact, according to the CDC, more than half had no known mental health issue. And it is rarely caused by a single factor. Changes in a job, relationship, health, and money stress are just some of the things that often contribute to the risk of taking one's own life. The pain and fallout of suicide touches all communities, leaving those behind to wonder what they could have done to help. Learn the warning signs that a loved one could be at risk. Keep firearms or lethal objects out of reach. Get them connected to someone who can help. Be there for them, and don't forget to follow up on them. For today's Health Minute, I'm Reed Binion.
Well, happening today, if you are in need of legal advice and don't have the cash to pay an attorney, help is here for you.
Marla Spence has a preview now live at Goodwill, Minnesota on US 41. Marla?
Good morning, guys. Goodwill will be offering more than just thrifty items today, but also legal advice to those who might be having a hard time trying to make ends meet. Now, that legal advice is coming from attorneys with Gulf Coast Legal Services. The attorneys will meet with clients at no cost for up to 30 minutes to determine if they are eligible for services in 6 areas of law. They include family, housing, immigration, elder, consumer, and victims of crime. Now, in order to be considered for today's free legal consultations, you have to make less than $2,500 per month individually or nearly $6,300 per family a month. Now, today you can get that free legal advice from 9 this morning to 3 this afternoon. It'll be happening at Goodwill, Minnesota's Job Connection office, and coming up at 6:30, we're going to be telling you about a few items and documents that you need to bring if you're thinking about taking advantage of this service. Reporting live in Bradenton, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, some good news. Thank you, Marla. In consumer news, Amazon's new Fire TV Cube makes channel surfing completely hands-free. The company unveiled the new streaming device yesterday. I don't know, doing this weekend. It has built-in microphones for Amazon's voice assistant Alexa. You can just make your request to change your channel just by using your voice, Ray. The Amazon Fire TV Cube goes on sale June 21st.
He's accused of collecting photos of dead people at crime scenes and showing them off. A Longboat Key officer is now under investigation. Jeffrey Houchins has been with the force there for 2 years. He was previously denied a job with Lakeland Police after showing a background investigator photos he had taken of victims at crime scenes.
He pulled out his cell phone and said, "Hey, do you want to see some dead bodies?" So he started showing pictures of crime scene photos from his other agency up in Indiana.
Now, he didn't get that job in Lakeland. The Sarasota Sheriff's Office also passed on hiring him, but it seems these concerns slipped through the cracks when it came to Longboat Key. He was hired there. The chief there, Peter Cumming, tells us he was counseled on May 10th after releasing photos of a pedestrian who was hit by a car and killed. But he only learned of the incident, the chief says, with the Lakeland Police from a recent article in the paper. That information led to his decision to launch now an internal investigation.
Well, a major drug dealer is off the streets in Manatee County. The state attorney's office says that Damian Ross has been found guilty of trafficking thousands of dollars worth of both heroin and cocaine in the area, and he's going away for a while. He's facing up to a maximum sentence of 75 years behind bars.
The Small Business Awards are right around the corner, and the Manatee Chamber of Commerce would like to hear from you. The program looks at business growth, productivity, customer service, job creation, and contribution to the community. Nominees must have at least 3 years in business, no more than 80 employees, and conduct a substantial amount of business in Manatee County. For more information about how you can submit a nomination, go to our website, mysuncoast.com. If you'd like to nominate a local small business, make sure to get your nomination in by June 15th.
Well, the race is on for high school students in Manatee County to a finish line that could put their physics and engineering skills to the test. Now, to prepare for this worldwide competition, students spent the year designing and building their very own mini race cars. They weigh less than a pound, but they can reach speeds, look at these things, up to 40 miles an hour. Next step is to go to the national competition next week in Austin, Texas. And if they do well there and make it to one of the top 2 teams, then they're going to move on to the world competition in Singapore.
Well, some smart kids there.
Yeah, very much so.
All right, still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Look at one of the 7 natural wonders of the world and why it's struggling to survive right now. We're going to have that story for you when we come back.
It's 6:08 right now. A peek outside our window. Looks like a nice morning in progress. Is it true? Let's find out from the expert, Wendy Ross.
At a few clouds that are now beginning to build around Manatee County, but we are seeing some rain showers out here in the Gulf of Mexico. They're eventually going to slip in our direction. So this morning, as you're heading out the door, you don't have to worry about rain, but we are starting to see a few showers beginning to pop up just along the coastline, and these showers will be moving onshore. So you do want to take an umbrella with you this morning because we are looking at showers possibly throughout the morning hours. Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, mostly fair skies, although the clouds are beginning to build in Bradenton. Temperatures are in the low 70s right now. Our Friday planner is showing that we've got periods of rain in the forecast. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s. Don't forget that umbrella as you're heading out the door today.
That is a pretty good breakfast. You're not even eating.
Not hungry.
No? Why not? What's up?
Kath and I knew that Jenny had been partying a bit. Found out she tried heroin.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free.
You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Florida Studio Theater presents Always Patsy Cline, now held over due to popular demand. A tuneful and memorable tribute, Patsy Cline's rise to legendary stardom is told through the eyes of her biggest fan. Featuring such hit songs as Walkin' After Midnight, I Fall to Pieces, Crazy, and many more you know and love. Critics are calling Always Patsy Cline warm and genuine and engaging. Audiences calling it outstanding. Always Patsy Cline is now playing. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
Our satellite imagery this morning is showing you where the winds are coming from, mostly out of the south and west, and you can see all of this cloudy sky moving on in the cloud cover thickest over the southeastern part of our state. And along the west coast of Florida, we are looking at mostly fair skies at this hour. Temperatures, as a result of the rains last night, are cooler this morning than they've been in days past. So we're looking at temperature readings mostly in the mid-70s and low 70s along the west coast of Florida, but other parts of Florida reporting temperatures in the upper 60s right now. All along the east coast, readings are in the 70s until you get down into the tropics, which is in Miami and Key West. and they're reporting temperatures at this hour in the upper 70s. But for us, we're in the 70s, low 70s at this hour, and we are not reporting rain right now, but the rain showers are out there. They're starting to develop out in the Gulf of Mexico. I wanted to at least have you see that. Here we go. This is what we experienced over the past 24-hour period, and you can see that the rain showers were heaviest east of I-75 last night, mostly over the central part of the state, but we are looking at rainfall amounts that were 2 to 3 inches for some locations. Along the beaches, we didn't see quite as much, mostly low readings, but we did have across northeastern Manatee County rainfall amounts of 1 inch of rain. So some places got the heavier rains, and we're going to see pretty much the same thing developing tonight with overnight rains expected. Across our region right now, we're starting to get a couple of showers forming out here in the Gulf of Mexico. They're getting closer to land. These are very light rains. Heavier showers to the north of Tampa right now, and still out in the Gulf of Mexico around Cedar Key. Those are all heading on up towards the north, but we could get some rains coming on in here affecting our morning weather, but not until around 9 o'clock this morning is the anticipated arrival. So we'll see these showers lining up along the west coast of Florida, and then they're going to start to make their way on over towards the east. And then we get the sea breezes coming on in later on this afternoon. That will help to generate some of these showers again east of I-75, and then during the overnight time period is when we're likely to see rain again today. So this morning we're keeping those rain chances low, 0 to 10%, and then we start to keep them on the higher side. Later today, we are expecting about a 40% chance of rain during the afternoon hours. Alita could become a hurricane later on today, not affecting the U.S. mainland. This is out in the Pacific, certainly not a problem for us. Across the Gulf of Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula, the Caribbean, things are quiet right now, and just coming off the coast of Africa, we have a couple of waves, but nothing is developing, so that's good news for our tropical season. And we've got scattered showers for the afternoon hours at the beach. We're looking at winds coming in out of the southeast and then shifting around to the southwest. We could also see some scattered rains, especially around Anna Maria, Longboat Key, Holmes Beach. You could see some rain showers developing this morning. Bay and inland waters will be seeing a light chop, and we've got a temperature reading of about 86 degrees, so make sure you take your suntan lotion because you're definitely going to need it. Use that sunscreen. The Gulf water temperature is 83 degrees. And for tonight's forecast, we'll see those isolated showers helping to cool things off once again. We'll get our temperatures back down to about 72 degrees. And over the next several days, this is what we're looking at for today, a 40% chance of rain, daytime high of 88 degrees. We're going to keep those temperatures through the weekend very close to 90 with a 20% chance of rain on Saturday and Sunday. And so this weekend is looking good. Monday is looking good. Temperatures still very warm. On Tuesday, we start to get a better chance for rain, 40% chance with a temperature reading of 89. Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be paying close attention to the tropics once again. There's a system in the Yucatan Peninsula that is going to be developing, and it's going to be moving into the Gulf of Mexico pretty much as we experienced over the Memorial weekend. We are expecting to see this type of weather developing again Wednesday and Thursday, and of course we will keep you posted and let you know what we can expect. And I'm going to turn it over to Stephanie right now.
Thank you, Wendy. Let's check out that first alert traffic out there this morning. Manatee County, not too bad out there so far this morning. Just your usual hot spots, 301 State Road 70, a lot of 301 and 41. Or just have a couple delays already this morning. Moving into Sarasota County, those roads aren't too bad just yet. We're starting to see a couple of our normal delays. One for sure to tell you about right there on Clark Road. If you're coming off of 75 and heading east, we are seeing some delays in that area as well. A little bit farther south, if your travels take you to Punta Gorda today, we're going to be running pretty smooth on both 75 and 41. No real delays so far this hour. 6:17, and that is your first alert traffic. Well, it is one of the 7 wonders of the world, but Australia's Great Barrier Reef is dying fast. Why? Well, a catastrophic mass bleaching event caused by climate change in the past few years has destroyed so much of that coral. Now scientists are looking for any ways to save what's left. Now Australia has pledged around $400 million to come up with some ways to protect it.
Proponents of drilling for oil and natural gas in the Gulf of Mexico are not giving up on tapping areas closer to Florida's shoreline. The American Petroleum Institute is announcing a multi-state Explore Offshore Coalition. It supports the Trump administration's plan to open parts of the Atlantic Ocean and Eastern Gulf to oil and gas drilling. The coalition's Florida team is focused on the Eastern Gulf waters.
We're using more than 25 million gallons of motor fuel a day, and we're producing most of our electricity, upwards of near 70% of our electricity, from clean burning, lower carbon footprint natural gas. And we've got to get that for us every day and into the future as well.
Many Florida politicians on both sides of the aisle are against drilling in the Eastern Gulf. They say it's too risky since beaches are a top draw for our tourism industry. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast.
Colin Kaepernick is taking his fight to the White House with plans to try and subpoena the president himself. We're going to have a look at this legal face-off and what it's all about. Plus, Marla.
And Goodwill Manasota in Bradenton is offering free legal consultations for those who might not have the money for it right now. Coming up at 6:30, we're going to be giving you details on today's service and the documents you need to bring.
Might see some wet pavement out there. There's some rain showers while you slept. It is 72 degrees, cooled down a bit. Pretty shot there of the Van Wezel, Sarasota Bay, looking out toward Bird Key and Longboat Key. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast right here on ABC 7.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
From the moment she walked in the door, we stopped having to go to the pharmacy. Certain prescriptions, my health plan or the pharmacy wasn't even able to get here. And hospice provided them, and all we had to do was call up, and the next thing they know, there was another, a delivery.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
Chris Domine is a husband, father, an athlete, even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris's kidneys were failing.
The doctor said if you don't do dialysis, if you don't get a kidney transplant, you are going to die.
Then Chris received a second chance, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes from loss of hope to better times ahead.
Imagine what you could make possible. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
There's a pretty shot of your Ringling Causeway looking off there at the Plymouth Harbor facility and the Gulf of Mexico off in the distance.
Beautiful. I sometimes go and take my breakfast lunch there around 9 o'clock in the morning. So.
Good idea. Yeah, yes. Police have told me about you.
I know. They all do. All right. It is 6:23. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast right now. Well, Walmart is bringing a touch of Napa Valley to its stores. It's now launching a new winemaker selection with spirits from California and Italy and France for about $11 a bottle. There are 10 different labels in the new selection.
Going to Nashville will soon get a little bit cheaper. Allegiant Air is launching nonstop service between Punta Gorda Airport and Nashville International. The new route will run Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays in June and July, and then Thursday and Sunday service by August 12th. Introductory rates, Punta Gorda to Nashville, $36 for a one-way flight.
Hey, not bad. Well, the Washington Capitals, they are your new Stanley Cup champions. For the first time in 44 years of NHL history. Last night, they beat the Golden Knights 4-3 in Game 5 of the championship series in Vegas.
I'm glad the Capitals won because they beat the Bolts. It shows we did lose to a really good team.
Yeah, if we have to lose, at least we're losing to good people.
But there was also an underdog story there, a brand new franchise in Las Vegas, and they had won. They've been really, really unprecedented.
It did, and it really brought the city together, and it really made a name because there's been a lot of ideas about bringing more sports to Vegas, and everybody's like, oh no, that can't possibly work, but it has.
Interesting. Pro sports are in Las Vegas.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Well, here's something else that's interesting, this big legal face-off that's taking place right now. Former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick versus the NFL. Now he's trying to pull in President Trump into the fight.
ABC's Ryan Smith has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, quarterback Colin Kaepernick is taking his fight to the White House, hoping to put President Trump under oath in his case against the NFL. Sources say the former San Francisco 49ers QB is expected to ask for a subpoena. The president won't testify voluntarily in the case. Kaepernick hoping to prove that the league and team owners colluded to keep him off an NFL roster after he started kneeling during the national anthem in 2016, and that the president's comments about the controversy kept him sidelined.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a off the field right now, out, he's fired.
President Trump has called out Kaepernick and the NFL multiple times over the anthem controversy on Twitter and at rallies. And more on what Kaepernick's attorney and the NFL are saying coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Candace Gibson, ABC News, New York.
I try hard to keep a great shape, but it doesn't always come naturally. This I can do easily. Benefiber Healthy Shape is a 100% natural prebiotic fiber that's clinically proven to help me feel fuller longer. Benefiber Healthy Shape, this I can do.
Bottom line is, moms love that Land O'Frost premium sliced meats have no byproducts.
Baloney!
Let's join the call.
Hey, Baloney here.
I thought this was a no byproducts call.
Land O'Frost Premium, a slice above.
The best way to hit the beach?
With Neutrogena Beach Defense Sunscreen. Helioplex-powered, UVA, UVB strong. Beach strength protection for the whole family.
For the best day in the sun.
Neutrogena.
Ocean Spray Cranberry Juice Cocktail tastes real good, and it's packed with powerful cranberry nutrients that can help your body defend against certain infections.
I'll be your body on cranberry juice. Bring it on, bad stuff. Still healthy.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
So, how many of us feel completely confident about our financial future? Let's hear some specifics. Yes, go ahead.
I don't want to be a burden to my kids. When my husband died, it took almost all of our savings to give him a proper funeral. I honestly don't know if there's enough to bury me, let alone cover expenses should something happen.
Okay. Let's talk solutions. One thing you may want to get in place is a guaranteed whole life insurance policy from United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, which is a Mutual of Omaha company. This is affordable coverage, which provides a cash payment which can cover funeral expenses, bills, and other financial needs. Most payments are on their way within 24 hours. Yes, sir.
Do I need medical exams, things like that?
No medical exams. If you're between the ages of 45 and 85, you can call this number or you can go online and apply for coverage up to $25,000. United of Omaha Guaranteed Whole Life Insurance. Call or go online now.
Hi, I'm Joan London with A Place for Mom. Over the years, we've helped thousands of families find senior care, and today's senior living communities have never been better, with amazing amenities like movie theaters, exercise rooms and swimming pools, public cafes, bars and bistros, even pet care services. And nobody understands your options like the advisors at A Place for Mom. These are local expert advisors that will partner with you to find the perfect place and determine the right level of care, whether that's just a helping hand or full-time memory care. Best of all, it's a free service. Call today. A Place for Mom. You know your family, we know senior living. Together, we'll make the right choice.
Call A Place for Mom right now to get our free ebook on financing senior care, as well as a free referral for senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-290-0352. That's 1-800-290-0352.
You're watching Good Morning Suncoast at 6:30.
World leaders on their way to Canada this morning for the G7 summit as they prepare to talk about some important issues. They're also facing some protesters on the way.
Affordable housing coming to Bradenton. You might be surprised how low the rents start out.
And if you're in need of some legal advice, but strapped for cash, our Marla Spence is going to tell you about a free consultation that's taking place today right here on the Suncoast. Good morning, Suncoast starts right now. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. It is 6:30 on this Friday. I'm Stephanie Webb.
And I'm Ray Collins. Don't adjust your sets. John Scalzi does not look different today.
Move it.
Wendy Ross, hello there.
He's celebrating an anniversary. I tell you what, good for him. And we are looking at very nice conditions right now across our viewing area. We've got partly cloudy skies, some places reporting a little bit more cloudiness, especially around Bradenton. But what we do have are a few showers that are located out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and those showers have become a little bit more of a force. You can see them now starting to line up along the coastline, and they're just offshore at this point, but a few showers may be moving on in, especially over Sarasota, middle of Sarasota County. So we could see some rains developing, and we're going to start to see these showers coming on throughout the morning hours. We have plenty of conditions out there that are going to allow for these rains to develop. High humidity, the dew points are high. Sarasota, Bradenton, Venice, fair to partly cloudy skies to cloudy conditions across Bradenton. Temperatures are in the low 70s right now. They've really cooled off as a result of last night's rains. And as the day progresses, it won't be long before we're back up close to 80 degrees by 9 o'clock this morning. And then we'll see our temperatures in the upper 80s for the rest of the day. But we do have a good 40% chance of rain for these showers to come on in throughout the morning. Beginning around 10 o'clock this morning, we could see these rains over the western sections of the state and then continuing to move on into central and eastern Florida. Right?
Thank you, Wendy. Checking first alert traffic now. First off in Manatee County, some buildup there on 301 northbound as you head towards 70. Otherwise, usual delays around downtown. Checking farther south now into the upper half of Sarasota County. Fruitville checking clear. Bee Ridge mostly clear. A little delay there around Beneva and Clark Road eastbound as you head toward Beneva as well. And then South County map will show us a couple delays there, 141 northbound as you approach the 681 bypass. Leaders from the world's 7 strongest economies are arriving this morning in Quebec for the annual G7 summit. And as reporter John Lawrence tells us, also arriving right now, plenty of protesters.
Protesters take to the streets in Canada, voicing their opposition to the G7 summit.
Our climate is not going good because we know that we have to change things on this earth to make it better living for everyone.
There is a heavy security presence in Quebec City where the summit is taking place, but the demonstrations have been mostly peaceful. Some of the protesters chanted anti-capitalist slogans.
Sac the peanut!
Others blasted the leaders taking part in the summit.
It's like if they are the bad guys and they have something to defend.
As for inside the summit, there may be some tense moments. Leaders from Canada, France, Germany, and the United Kingdom are set to give President Trump grief about the new U.S. tariffs on aluminum and steel. Both Canadian and French officials are reportedly planning to tell President Trump the tariffs could harm the U.S. economy, something the Trump administration is downplaying.
I think free world trade is a very good thing indeed, but it is broken, and President Trump is trying to fix it.
President Trump is scheduled to spend a day and a half at the summit, a prelude for his historic meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un.
We'll have some pretty good discussions, and as you know, we leave from there, we leave for Singapore.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Well, the White House says President Trump will leave the conference a few hours early before it ends. They say he won't take part in sessions about the environment and climate change.
Well, if you're in need of some free legal help, but maybe just can't afford it right now.
Here's a chance for free consultation. That's right, free. Marla Spence has a preview from Goodwill, Minnesota in Sarasota. Marla?
Good morning, guys. Sarasota and Manatee County residents who might be having a hard time paying for that legal advice can come right here to Goodwill, Minnesota in Bradenton to talk to the professionals for free starting at 9 o'clock this morning. Now, those professionals are attorneys with Gulf Coast Legal Services, and they'll be offering legal advice in family law, housing, immigration, elder, consumer, and victims of crime. Now, in order to take advantage in today's legal consultations, you have to bring a few documents with you, and they'll include a photo ID, proof of income such as a paycheck stub, supplemental security income, or Social Security disability insurance statements. And you'll also need to bring a W-2 or a bank statement showing deposits. Now today you can get that free legal advice starting at 9 o'clock this morning up until 3 o'clock this afternoon, and it'll be happening in the Job Connection office at Goodwill, Minnesota in Bradenton. Reporting live in Manatee County, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Well, thank you very much, Marla. Well, here's something that you don't see every day, a small plane crash in the front yard of an Englewood home. Now, the plane went down just before noon on Jamestown Avenue yesterday. One of our viewers, Robert Patesky, sent us this video just minutes after the plane crashed. Sarasota County Sheriff's deputies say that the pilot was trying to take off from the local airport at the time. No one was hurt, and the plane, unfortunately, though, is totaled. The investigation is now being handled by federal authorities.
More affordable housing coming to Bradenton. Ground was broken this week just east of downtown on a 3.5-acre development in the 700 block of 6th Avenue East. It'll be a 90-unit apartment complex right there called the Addison. Rents start as low as $328 a month. It'll include a fitness center, a pool, a dog park, and also some retail space.
I feel like it's really good for our community to have affordable housing for the less fortunate. I feel like that's really a blessing for the community.
I think the concept is good. I've seen the rendering, and I'm not real excited about that because it seems to be a little bit bland.
The project's expected to be finished and ready for residents by the summer of 2019.
Well, the biggest fish in the world was spotted off the coast of Anna Maria Island. Get this, fishermen spotted 5 whale sharks about 45 miles off the coast of Anna Maria Island. Now, whale sharks are the world's largest fish, and while they have been spotted sometimes in the Gulf before, scientists here at Mote Marine say that spotting one of these gentle giants here is pretty rare.
We're really looking for help from the fishing boating community to let us know about sightings that have occurred in the last 12 to 24 hours and get that information to us as quickly as possible so that we can get out and find those sharks.
Now, Mote scientists want to put some tracking devices on the whale sharks so that they can learn more about them and figure out why they're coming here to this area.
Venice High School has its second Parade of Champions this year. It takes place next week on Wednesday. The community will celebrate Venice High School's winning baseball state championship team and also wrestling state champions. The parade starts at 6 o'clock Wednesday at Venice Elementary School. It'll follow the same route as the first parade back in February when the football and volleyball teams won state championships. They're getting used to it down there.
I was like, that's a pretty good sign. We can say it follows the other championship routes.
It worked the first time. The parade ends in Centennial Park.
Well, here's a happy place for you this summer. How about a $1 movie? Yes, please. Regal Cinemas here in Sarasota and Bradenton are going to be offering $1 family-friendly movies. Includes The Iron Giant, Despicable Me, so you can watch all those Minions for $1, Trolls, and the Lego Movie. It is perfect for a hot summer afternoon with the kids. It starts this week and it runs through mid-August. And still to come on Good Morning Suncoast.
Free summer meals to local kids in need. We'll tell you which community is offering this for you. Here's a peek outside. Some pretty buildings out there. Look at the Selby Library right there in the middle.
Looks like a lovely start to the day.
Yes.
Not too bad.
How will it progress from here? That's the big question, Wendy.
Well, we are going to be seeing pretty quiet conditions for your morning commute, but we're starting to see a little bit more activity out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and right along the coastline we're getting a couple of showers as well. But you are leaving this morning, make sure that you take along an umbrella with you because some of this rain is going to be moving onshore. We're already getting some showers very close to Arcadia. Those are moving on up towards the north and east, and just keep that in mind. This morning we're looking at temperatures in the 70s, low 70s right now. Most places reporting fair skies, but we will be seeing the opportunity of rain developing throughout the day. There's a 40% chance of showers, especially this afternoon, but we'll get some coming in this morning as well. And so we'll see a daytime high of about 88 degrees today.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs As Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach. Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Hurricane season is here, and so is the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. This essential resource arms you with vital information you need to protect your family and property when severe weather threatens the Suncoast, including how to create your readiness plan and survival kit, shelter locations, what to do with pets, and important phone numbers. Visit mysuncoast.com and download the official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Brought to you by Batteries Plus, the Florida Lottery, and Sarasota Glass and Mirror.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles.
I will always place the mission first.
They stand ready to respond to any crisis.
I will never accept defeat.
They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers.
I will never quit.
They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times.
I will never leave a fallen comrade.
Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Hunger is a growing problem in our area, and a huge number of Suncoast residents are suffering in silence.
It could be your coworker,
your child's classmate,
or your friend fighting to secure their next meal. But you can help.
ABC7 is partnering with local organizations to help feed the Suncoast.
Go to mysuncoast.com/hunger to join the fight. Help us.
Help the hungry.
This morning, we're starting to see some clouds thickening up out in the Gulf of Mexico, and you can see that right out here. There's some showers embedded in those clouds. And then down to our south, this is where the winds are coming from, mostly out of the southwest at this hour. And the cloud cover is greatest along the southeastern coastline right now. So the tropical part of our state, from Miami, Fort Myers southward, that's where the warmest temperatures are at this hour. And we're seeing cooler temperatures over the northern and central part of the state. For us, it was because of the rains that developed last night. That helped to cool us off, and so we're going to be seeing a comeback from all of this. But right now, temperatures are mostly around 72, 73 degrees, and we have fair skies here across the region. The dew points also are a little bit lower this morning than they've been in the last couple of days. We've got an element of some drier air in the mid-levels of the atmosphere that have moved on in, especially across northern and central Florida, but along the southeastern part of the state down through Key West, we're back into the low 70s right now. And for us, we're starting to see those dew point levels move on up too. So we're going to be getting the rain showers throughout the day today. We've got periods of rain. During the overnight time period last night, we saw some good bits of rain that came on through. You can see it was pretty spotty around our region, but for the most part, we had 2 to 3 inches well east of I-75, mostly in Charlotte County, and then pockets where we had some heavier rains across Manatee County, up to an inch of rain here, and this is true even over into Wauchula. But right along the coastline, things were fairly quiet. If you were east of I-75, you had a little bit better chances for rain, more rain developing throughout the nighttime. So now that rain has moved on off towards the north and east. We've got these other showers that are now forming out here in the Gulf of Mexico. The rains farther out are becoming a little bit more numerous, and so those showers are going to be moving in our direction. We're going to see periods of rain throughout the morning and into the afternoon hours, with a 40% chance likely during the afternoon hours today. This morning, we've got a couple of showers that are nearing the coast. Some may have already moved onshore, so be prepared. Take an umbrella with you because you'll probably need it at various points throughout the day today. We've got the showers out here in the Gulf of Mexico. We've got showers that will be lined up along the west coast, and then all of this movement is going to continue on towards the east with our 40% chance of rain later on today. Throughout the morning, though, we're not looking for a whole lot of a chance of rain, less than a 10% chance. And then as the afternoon wears on, we'll see those chances moving on up. Now, as far as the tropics are concerned, it's quiet. The Gulf of Mexico is quiet, so is the Caribbean. We have Alita out here in the Pacific. It's not posing any problems to any land areas, but it could become a hurricane later on today. But that's the Pacific. We don't have to worry about it. It's not going to be affecting us. And coming off the coast of Africa, we've just got a couple of tropical waves, and that's it. There's nothing forming out there right now. Scattered showers for those of you heading out to the beach. You may run into some, especially if you're around Anna Maria, Longboat Key, Holmes Beach. Those locations are likely to see the morning rains, and then we'll get those winds shifting around, coming in out of the southwest at 10 knots. Seas 1 to 2 feet with a light chop out on the bay and inland waters. 86 degrees is going to be the temperature later today at the beach. If you're heading out there this morning, take some sunblock with you. Even if it's cloudy or raining, you still need it. 83 degrees is the Gulf water temperature, so it's nice and warm in the Gulf. It's getting ready for Floridians to go on in for a swim. Isolated showers for tonight. Once again, we'll see pretty much what we saw last night. 72 degrees will be the overnight low. And over the next several days, today, starting off, we're going to look at a 40% chance of rain, especially for the afternoon time period. 88, 89 degrees, so very close to 90, and rain chances will be less over the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we're only looking at a 20% chance of rain. On Monday, we keep that continuing, that pattern, 20% chance, temperature highs in the upper 80s. But on Tuesday, we start to see a little bit more development with a 40% chance of rain. Wednesday and Thursday, we're watching the tropics because we've got a system we're expecting to develop down around the Yucatan Peninsula, move right on up along the eastern Gulf of Mexico, just as it did over the Memorial weekend. And that could produce rainfall chances that will be 60 to 70%, and will also be bringing down our temperatures as a result of that. Stephanie?
All right, thank you so much, Wendy. Checking out first alert traffic out there for you this morning, starting off in Manatee County. Ooh, starting to see a little bit more yellow and red on that map. 301 is really starting to slow down out there, coming over the bridges into Bradenton and then heading both north and southbound after you cross over State Road 70. So lots of delays in that area this morning. Then in Sarasota County, those roads start looking too bad. Just one little spot to tell you about. Clark is actually clearing up, but there are a couple of delays on that road as well as Fruitville. But other than that, not too much in the northern half of Sarasota County. If you're heading southbound later on today, 75, 41 within the next half hour or so, both of those roads running south are looking pretty clear out there this morning. It is 6:47 and that is your first alert traffic. Well, summer break, of course, means more kids at home during the day. For parents, it's more meals and more groceries to buy for the family, which can be a struggle for many, but there is help. The Summer Break Spot program from the Manatee County School District offers free meals to kids 18 and younger. It's free breakfast, lunch, and or a snack 5 days a week. Now, there are 2 mobile feeding buses which deliver meals to 6 bus stops at apartment complexes and local parks. Now, that program was designed to make sure that kids still have nutritious meals even during the summer.
It's really important to let our kids make sure that they have the food that they need so that when they come back to school, you know, they're well fed, they're ready to go for the school year so that they can learn and they can achieve.
Now, this program has really been helping to bridge the gap during those school summer breaks for the last 11 years. Last year, over 189,000 meals were served, and that was just between June and August.
Well, this story's caused some buzz. Public school students who are bullied in Florida can now get a scholarship to go to a private school. More than 7,000 students are expected to take part in the first year of this Hope Scholarship program. Some skeptics wonder if all participants were actually bullied or just want to transfer schools. Others raise the issue of whether these students were involved in mutual fighting and not necessarily bullying. So certainly many sides to that story.
There is. There's a lot of questions to be answered there to clear that one up. As a parent, I definitely want to know the answers. Yeah.
Still ahead, your top 7 headlines before 7 a.m.
And that, of course, includes one last look at your morning traffic as well as your weekend forecast.
Pretty shot there. The Ritz-Carlton on your left, Ringling Causeway in the middle, and the Renaissance to the right, and then the Rosemary District in the foreground. You're watching Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
About every 3 minutes in America, someone is diagnosed with a blood cancer. Light the Night brings together survivors and supporters to bring light to the darkness of cancer and to help fund life-saving research. Our goal is a world without blood cancers, and we're lighting the path to cures. The discoveries made in blood cancer research have led to breakthrough treatments for many cancers and other serious diseases. Help defeat the darkness of cancer. Join Light the Night today.
The skills you develop as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment that will give you a leg up in the civilian world. Learn critical leadership skills and to be part of a team. Serve your community and your country part-time while earning money for an education. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard.
It is 6:52 and it is time for your top 7 before 7.
First off, Wendy Ross has the first alert forecast for this Friday.
Well, it's going to be warming up. It's only 72 degrees right now, but the humidity is high and those winds are calm. They're coming in out of the east right now at around 5 miles per hour. We're going to be seeing periods of rain throughout the day today. Temperatures will be right back up in the upper 80s. And as far as our rain chances, we're going to be seeing about a 40% chance of rain, especially during the afternoon hours. But this morning we could see some showers developing beginning around 9 to 11 o'clock, and they'll be coming onshore and moving off towards the east. So that is our expectation for the day. Take along an umbrella because you will need it, and maybe some sunglasses too because you'll need those as well.
All right, good advice. Number 2, checking first alert traffic. Nothing major to report right now. Should be a smooth sail. Take it slowly as you head out the door this morning.
And number 3, if you are in need of legal help but strapped for cash, Goodwill, Minnesota. They're offering some free legal consultations today from 9 to 3 at their location.
Number 4, who says movies are too expensive these days? Regal Cinemas here in Sarasota and Bradenton will offer $1 family-friendly movies, including The Iron Giant, Despicable Me, Trolls, the Lego Movie, all your favorites?
Yes, all my favorites.
It starts this week and runs through mid-August.
Number 5, more affordable housing is headed to Bradenton, just east of downtown on 3.5-acre development right there on 6th Avenue East. Now that project is expected to be finished by the summer of 2019.
Number 6, for the first time in 44 years, the Washington Capitals are Stanley Cup champions. They beat the Golden Knights 4-3 last night in Game 5 of the championship series in Las Vegas.
And number 7, if you guys liked Making a Murderer on Netflix, ooh, this one might be your next true crime binge. The Staircase starts streaming today on Netflix. It's not a new story though. It premiered back in 2005 and has all these new updates. It's credited with inspiring the filmmakers that did Making a Murderer back in the day. It's a story of an author. He was convicted of killing his wife. Now she was found at the bottom of a staircase, thus the title. But did he? There are all kinds of DNA mistakes. Half the family says it was an accident. The other half actually thinks he did it. All kinds of twists and turns. It combines a couple different documentaries, but it looks really, really good. So.
Wendy, you a Netflix watcher yet?
I am.
Yay, you're my new best friend, Wendy.
Yes, we love good shows. Good shows.
Right? I love this kind of
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yes,
It's good.
it is good. It's very good, and especially when you have those rainy days.
Yes, like
To
we
be
may have a
able to
little
watch
bit.
a movie, and I love this idea of the dollar
Yes,
movies this summer.
perfect.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, especially for families looking for some inexpensive things to do on those rainy
And
afternoons.
you can bring the neighbors.
Yeah,
Bring
them
the
all.
neighbor
Bring
kids
the whole neighborhood.
too. You can afford to do it. I think that just sounds wonderful.
Well, speaking of that rain and those rainy afternoons, will we see one later on today?
Yeah, we've got some chances for this morning as well. Sometime around 10, 11 o'clock this morning, we could see some rain coming on in. Radar's picking up a few showers right now. You can see those showers out in the Gulf of Mexico. They'll be streaming in our direction. But we also have showers along the coastline this morning. So we'll see those rains coming on shore 9, 10 o'clock this morning. Already a couple have made it on in. Just take an umbrella with you.
Yeah.
It's hot out there.
It's
and rainy.
Florida.
It's Florida.
This is our life for a while.
This is what we do.
love it. It's why we live here.
Great having you here today.
Yeah.
Thanks for waking up. Thank you. And happy anniversary, John and Linda Scalzi.
Yes. Stick around. Good Morning America's next.